Hello everyone and welcome to your Smackdown review for June 4th, 2015. Coming off of a pretty good pay-per-view in Elimination Chamber, we have the opening segment of Smackdown consisting of Seth Rollins coming out and talking negatively about Dean Ambrose, but also coming out by himself, distancing himself from the Authority. Are we looking at possibly maybe seeing a Seth Rollins face turn, because we're going to have the Authority turn their back on Seth Rollins? Because if that goes down that way, then the only logical thing to do would be to make Roman Reigns a heel. Again, I don't know if that's what we're going to see. I'm just thinking of an idea of how to make it a little bit more exciting. It's getting pretty good to see Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose in the main event picture, to see them as a featured talent, because that's what they are. They're really good talent, and I think they're going to put on some more phenomenal matches, and the history that they have between each other is pretty awesome. I do not want Roman Reigns to win the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event ladder match for the briefcase, but we know that they are building him up for that too, because he didn't have enough of an exposure being in the main event at WrestleMania, in which he was pinned by Seth Rollins to lose the match and for Seth Rollins to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So the opening segment was a great promo about Seth talking about how he destroyed the Shield and how he doesn't need the Authority. Again, they're teasing the split. And then towards the end of the match, towards the end of the promo, Dean Ambrose interrupts him, and he's backstage segment with a ladder between him and holding the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then he says, the best talking point of what he says is that he is the rightful WWE Champion because he defeated him, and he is walking out the champion at Money in the Bank in their ladder match, or he's going to die trying. That is just awesome for him to deliver the way that he delivered in that promo. Dean Ambrose is just, he's phenomenal. He is very good at what he does and what he's given. And for the fact that he was on a losing streak ever since he lost the U.S. Championship, he's evolved. You have to take what you can get as a professional athlete or a professional wrestler. And for him to have evolved so well since his stupid feud with Bray Wyatt, which means Bray Wyatt's nothing now because he's getting fed to Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt is no longer anything. Even for the fact that he faced Undertaker at WrestleMania, and I was there at WrestleMania, I was physically there at WrestleMania, and it was nothing special. It was nothing short of underwhelming. So it's like, it's good for Dean Ambrose to have what he has right now, and it's good that he's going to have another match. I just hope that, even if he doesn't win, that Roman Reigns doesn't come in at Money in the Bank, because Roman Reigns is definitely going to win Money in the Bank, and he doesn't cash in that same night. The first match after this segment was over was the Pride Time Players versus Ascension versus Lucha Dragons, a triple threat match for #1 contendership for the tag team titles. Pride Time Players win. Nothing special. It's a very short match. And then we transition over to a New Day segment with Renee Young in the back, and they're doing the great comedic heel segment. And every time they ended up doing their point, they go, like, it's so funny because they're really into their characters and they're really into the heel stuff. And this is the first time Kofi Kingston has ever been a heel. So it's like very interesting to see him say, well, we're going to win the tag belts and I'm going to win the Money in the Bank. And they keep going, like the New Day rocks, right? We all know they don't. But thankfully, the crowd after WrestleMania said they suck. And if it wasn't for us saying they suck, and I was there the night after WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania. So I was there, so the vibe was really a lot of fun. So just to see them say that they suck, and knowing that we, the European crowd, anyone who came internationally to come see that Raw it was great to see that we made a difference, particularly for that particular storyline. And the next segment, we have, because Kane comes in at the end and he says, the end of the segment, Kane comes in and says that Kofi has a match with Neville. Kofi versus Neville is up next. That is a segment, sorry, that is a segment that Kane said was going to come up. Then we have the Sonic Shakes outtakes for the terrible product that no one should eat if you're trying to lose weight. Again, nothing awful being said there. It's just exactly what it is. Ryback versus Stardust is next. Very standard match, very simple. They start talking about Stephen Amell and the possible Stardust match with him. And of course, if this happens, Stephen Amell would win. Very great actor. Very, very awesome guy. Performs his Arrow character extremely well. I recommend you guys see it if you haven't seen it already. It's on Netflix. And then we come back from a commercial break, and Dwight Howard is on the Rockets, and they're talking about, oh my gosh, he's so awesome, blah, blah. But it's so funny that he's able to be on there. I wonder why. Did he made the finals, right? No, I guess not. I guess because he lost, because his team wasn't good enough to win. What are you going to do? We move on. Again, why do they have these superstars and Focus so much money? They made a big deal about them. They paid him money to be there. But Stephen Amell, a real actor, a real fine athlete, and I'm not saying Dwight Howard isn't, but Stephen Amell, who has been begging to be on TV, you don't make a big deal out of him. They should have made a bigger deal out of Stephen Amell when he was there on Raw, after being, like, practically on his knees begging to be on the show. But we move on. Next segment, we have Renee Young interviewing Paige, and it's very brief, and it's nothing special. The talking points from this are, Paige says she just likes the Bellas and say they're holding the Divas division back, and we all know that's true, and hopefully Nikki Bella does not beat AJ Lee's record of the longest reigning Divas champion. And Paige is hoping that she can change things, because she doesn't like things, she can change it. And then she shuts out, this is my house. And it's great when Paige does that. Paige has a great, elevated, like, sense of ambition. When she does something, she is, like, committed to it. Yes, she's not perfect in the ring, because nobody's perfect in the ring, period. She does botch. Everyone botches. Everyone's had a mistake, period. But she's really good at when she delivers a promo. She's an awesome heel. She's not that much of a great face, but she can just play the in-between character. She can be a tweener, and she'll be okay. The next segment we have backstage is Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. For some reason, they're reunited again. I guess they couldn't do anything with Eric Rowan. Well, if you're being fed to Big Show, because Big Show's supposedly special, and Big Show isn't, I guess that's what happens. At the end of the segment, they say, we are family. We move on from that segment. Again, I don't know why they're introducing him. If you're going to put him in a tag team title hunt, that's great. But they should have been champion when they were facing the Usos, but they didn't go that route. What are you going to do? Kevin Owens recap segment over his victory of John Cena. Mr. I think I'm a Marine. Mr. I think I'm a hero. I don't think John Cena's a hero. The people on 9/11, the firefighters and the first responders who came out and saved as many people as they could, who lost their lives trying to save other people, those people are heroes. Those people are role models. Those people are who I aspire to be in my daily life. To be selfless, that is what it means to be a hero. Not to say, hey, look at that person in the crowd who's fighting cancer. They bought my t-shirt and they think I'm a role model, so I must be great. That's not how this works. That's not how being a role model works. And I understand I might upset some John Cena fans, but the fact remains that John Cena is not a hero. John Cena is a character. And every single wrestler is a character who we like or dislike. But for him to be so adamant in his promo about how great he is because that person loves him or that person likes him, and that person who has cancer, it's disgusting because it doesn't make me like him. It doesn't make me think, oh, he's doing this out of his own goodness. No, he's not. He's not doing any of it out of his own goodness because he is a character, period. Inside and outside the ring, he is a character. I don't think there's anything real about him. And it's disgusting that if it goes down the way I think it's going to go down, if Kevin Owens loses to John Cena at Money in the Bank, then we're looking at the company not having faith in any other superstar but John Cena. There has to come a time and day when John Cena is going to retire, when it's going to be gone from the industry, and that'll be a day which change actually happens. When that day happens, are you going to have somebody ready to fill that spot? Because you've had people ready. You had CM Punk ready, and you decided to have him have a program with Triple H, and that caused what? What did it solve? Nothing. It just made the CM Punk heat, the absolute phenomenon that he was writing, this beautiful wave of just great fan support, and you crush it because Triple H has to get in the ring with him for no reason whatsoever. And then you wait to pull the trigger on Daniel Bryan, then he gets injured. Imagine how much money you left on the table. There's people out there who can replace John Cena, who don't have to pretend they're fake, because everything that John Cena says and does looks so fake. Period. He gets up like nothing happens. He's not a superhero. And the only thing good that's coming out of the Kevin Owens John Cena thing is that he called him Super Cena, and he said he defeated Super Cena, and that's the truth. He did defeat Super Cena. He defeated that character. He didn't do anything to you fans. You fans who love John Cena, it doesn't matter if you love him, because at the end of the day, he is still the U.S. champion, and he's not going to stop being the U.S. champion. So you can still love John Cena. You can cheer for John Cena, but that doesn't mean that we fans who dislike John Cena are going to change our opinion of him. I will never change my opinion of John Cena. He is fantastic when it comes to making a wish for those kids. And I hope those kids who have life-threatening illnesses, I hope that they survive. I hope that they overcome what they're doing it, but only because of the support of their parents and the support of their loved ones, and not just because John Cena said, oh, here you go, never give up. That's not how life works. Life works when you have a positive support network and you believe in yourself. I would prefer better if his tagline was believe in yourself, because that means more than never give up. And that is a catchphrase that John Cena, or whatever marketing campaign was surrounding him, came up with. And that is a fact. That's not make-believe. He doesn't believe that, because if he never gave up, why would he be 15-time world champion? That means he just lost 15 times. That means he gave up 15 times. He was pinned in the mat. Whatever happened, he lost. That's a fact. That's not make-believe. And if they make him champion 20 more times, I don't care. I still don't like the guy. But the fact remains that Kevin Owens comes out. He cuts a great promo about John Cena. He says John Cena believes his baloney that comes out of his mouth, and he's delusional. And it's all an act. And that's a fact. It is all an act. John Cena comes out. He is just a character. He is too corny, and he's not believable enough to be a hero. Who would I want with me backing up in a real fight? If I had to fight for my life somewhere, I'd rather have Kevin Owens there. I'd rather have Daniel Bryan there. I'd rather have Dean Ambrose than Seth Rollins. I'd rather have Vader there instead of John Cena, because John Cena would just fake pretend to be injured and then just run away, because that's what he did at Elimination Chamber. He just took that pin like it was nothing, and he rolled out of the ring like it was nothing. That's how much disrespect he has for the art of professional wrestling. In the art of professional wrestling, you have to sell your opponent's moves. You have to make it seem to us, the audience, that something amazing is happening in the ring. When John Cena's in the ring, I don't feel like something amazing is happening there. I feel like I am being insulted because you are pretending to the point where it's ridiculous. I understand that it's not real. I understand the matches are predetermined. But John Cena, you do not sell really good in the ring. You do not know how to make the other person who you are working with in the ring look good. You are crap. You have a good message for the kids, and I give you thumbs up for having that message for the kids if they see you as their role model. But you should not, and I think it's a bad taste for the WWE, the writing staff, Vince McMahon, whoever is in charge of it, to have you point out some cancer patient in the crowd saying it's because of me. It's not because of you. It's not. That person has a support network. You're not part of that support network. I don't see you doing like Tim Tebow and funding a place in the Philippines, a medical center. I don't see you visiting people at the hospital and covering some of their costs. Tim Tebow puts money and helps people. He really does. And that, to me, is a better person than you will ever be. Period. Period. I'm so out of it right now. I have no idea how out of it I am. But all I know is that I apologize, everyone, for being so late with this review. I've been wanting to say something about this for a while now. Kevin Owens said something that really makes sense, and this is the reality for everybody in this entire world. Happily ever after doesn't work in the real world. That's what he said, and this is true. It doesn't. You have to try for everything in your life. You have to work hard, and no matter how hard you work, and no matter how hard you put into it, sometimes things don't always go the right way. It doesn't always go the way you want it to be, and that's okay because you keep on trying. You believe in yourself. I'd rather believe in myself than have that stupid attitude about never give up, because it's not entirely stupid. It just doesn't fit life. Life is not about just never giving up. It's about believing in yourself. It's about trying harder in yourself every day, having motivation. But saying never give up, what does that fit to? What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't. It doesn't go with anything in life. It's just something that someone came up with. You put in a t-shirt, you're selling it. You're not getting it for free. You're not donating a part of your salary to help cancer patients. You're not doing anything positive, period, except for being a spokesperson for the WWE, period. I don't think you honestly care about anybody, because if you did, you donate some of your t-shirt sale profits that you get, and you donate it to a cancer company, a foundation, a medical facility, without asking to take credit, without asking to be given credit. That is what a hero is, not asking for credit, just doing what they have to do because they believe it's the right thing to do. They believe it in themselves. It's not about a t-shirt. It's not about a sale. It's not about stupid-ass merchandise. It's about being an actual hero. And you, John Cena, you're not a hero. Anyone else who believes in John Cena, hey, no problem. If that makes you a better person because you're a better person because of what message you get for him, no problem. But John Cena is not a hero to me. That's it. Kevin Owens issues an open NXT Championship challenge. For some reason, Zack Ryder comes out. I don't know why. Zack Ryder throws some offense in there. The match is very short. Kevin Owens wins with the pop-up powerbomb, and he does a post-match beatdown, and it's really good the way Kevin Owens, even though he won in a semi-squash match, he still sold Ryder's moves. Ryder had limited offense, but he still sold the moves, because that's what a wrestler does when he works with somebody else. You sell the moves. You try to make it believable, because that's what matters. You have to make your product, and you are part of that product when you're putting in a match. You're part of that product, and you have to make it believable. If you don't make it believable, then what exactly are you doing in the ring? Are you just there for a t-shirt sale, John Cena? Because that's exactly what you're there for. I do not honestly believe you genuinely care about anybody. Period. And I think that once he's done with the woman he's dating, Nikki Bella, he's going to get rid of her. And she's going to feel bad for having wasted all that time with him. He doesn't want kids. So how could you honestly pretend that you're there for the kids when you don't want kids of your own? It's such a weird, hypocritical point of view. His real life persona compared to his character. It's so disgusting. I do not like John Cena. Next segment we have is Renee Young backstage with Sheamus, talking about Sheamus and his upcoming match tonight on Smackdown with Roman Reigns. And she says Roman Reigns is favorite to win Money in the Bank, and we all know it's going to happen, and I'm just so disappointed because I'm so sick of Roman Reigns. I'm so sick of what he is being built to be. The next John Cena with bad promo skills. That's all. They could have him do other moves. He's capable of doing other moves, but he's not going to do them. I would love to see him throw a big guy around, belly overhead suplex like he did Daniel Bryan. But we're not going to see that because that would involve him being stronger. I don't know. I don't know what to do. All I know is that I'm still going to watch the wrestling product because I do have hope for it. That with the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins, he's still relatively new. I believe that he's going to elevate himself in whatever segment he gets, and he's going to make himself and what he represents in his storyline feel important, and that's what really matters. Next segment we have is Neville versus Kofi. Very short match, a little exciting. Neville is very athletic. Kofi is too. Neville wins the match after some outside distraction, but it was a match because of New Day's causing outside distraction outside, and he counters what would have been a sunset flip, and he covers him with the same way British Bulldog beat Bret Hart when he won the IC belt. Again, nothing special. Neville escapes by getting the beatdown. And then we have Lana being featured on Miss TV. Lana says, after Miz talks a little bit, that Rusev did not respect me, so he doesn't deserve me. Rusev comes out as a surprise guest, and he practically begs her to come back, and he's walking down the ramp in crutches. So he's actually making his way down the ramp in crutches, and it's really sad that this athlete who you built up to be a monster got injured. Again, nobody's fault, he just got injured. He took a weird bump. And we have him begging Lana to take him back, and he's begging her. And it looks so weak. It make him look so weak. And it's fine, because now you're making Lana be great. It's fine, but you make him look so weak. You should have just had the split happen, and that's it. Have him say, I don't need Lana, and there's no reason to call her names. After she rejects him, and she says, I don't want anything to do with you, he calls her a stupid woman cow. That's right. The WWE told Rusev to call their next top face in the female department, in the women's division, in the Divas division, sorry, because NXT is only for women, it's not for Divas. They thought it was okay to call her a stupid woman cow. He must have said that twice or 3 times. But how is that positive be a star moment? To call a woman a stupid woman cow. That is so awful. Ziggler comes out, and she leaves it with him, and the segment ends. Next, we finally come to the main event, which is Reigns versus Sheamus. Roman starts selling his ribs like he is in pain from his 3 matches on Raw. The announcers, again, there's no heel announcer anymore. There's nobody allowed to say anything negative about Roman Reigns, because they're saying, oh, he had such a grueling match on Raw, he's so tough, just look at him keep on going. He starts selling it like he's in pain, and then outside the ring, after Sheamus has all the offense, Sheamus takes a clothesline from Roman, and Roman's like pretending that he's in pain. It doesn't, he sold better in the Daniel Bryan match that he had at Fastlane. I mean, a lot better. Like, Daniel Bryan worked him over really good. But again, I only see the facts in the ring, because that's what matters to me. Facts in the ring, how someone performs in the ring. And then the added addition bonus of a superstar is how well they can cut a promo. Roman Reigns still cannot cut a promo. Though he's not jumbled his words up, he still has a lot of experience left before him before he can say he's really good on the mic. And he's got a lot more moves in the ring to pull out before I can say I'm impressed by him, because I'm not. Since Roman Reigns isn't selling, he already has a Cena trait, the non-selling Cena trait, which is like embedded in John Cena. No matter what happens, you could hit John Cena with 3 steel chairs, he's still going to kick out at 2. And now Roman Reigns is following that same suit. The only best segment we have is Sheamus almost bench presses him. He slams on an announce table, then he throws him over it. And then the fans are still like, oh, well, Roman's still got to get back up because of this. Roman is still the best. Look at Roman come back. Roman this, Roman that, Roman this, Roman that. I think the announcers said Roman Reigns more than they actually said any of the moves that happened in the match. And they said Roman Reigns constantly on Raw. I can't even tell you how many times I heard it on Raw. And Smackdown just turned at the end of the segment, at the end of the program, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. And by the way, Roman Reigns done Money in the Bank. Why? I don't know. If he's such a badass, why doesn't he just demand a match? Why doesn't he say, Triple H, I'll do whatever it takes to get a match. You better give me the match. why does he have to win Money in the Bank to get that match? Why does he have to do that underhanded thing that only happens for heels? Only heels win via Money in the Bank. They only cash in because they're turning into a heel. No face cashes in and say, I want to cash in. Except for Rob Van Dam. When he cashed in and he won. At the end of the match, Kane and J&J Security come out. They attack Roman Reigns, which causes a GQ finish, which means Reigns wins. They attack Reigns. They attack Sheamus. He chokeslams Sheamus. He chokeslams Reigns. And then he says the final participant in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is Kane! Oh my gosh! Exciting! Kane has... Oh man, that's so awesome. I can't wait for Kane to win. Come on, Kane, you can do it! Guess what? Kane isn't going to win. Kane's there to either protect Seth Rollins or to inadvertently cause Roman Reigns to win. At the end of the day, it's a horrible decision. There's nobody there in that Money in the Bank ladder match who is going to win that isn't named Roman Reigns. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the comment section too. Let me know what I can do better in these videos. I give this SmackDown rating out of 5 stars. I give it 2 stars because it didn't have enough wrestling, but the great Seth Rollins, the Ambrose exchange was awesome. Kevin Owens promo was great, and even though the match was short, he sold for Zack Ryder, and that's what's important. Selling and making the product believable. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. You have a great week. I'm uploading this on Sunday. Really late. I'm sorry about that. I hope your weekend was great. Thanks again. Have a great one. Thank you.